What we have here is Airfix Supermarine Seafire FR.46 or an FR.47, made by Airfix. It's 1 in 40, 1/48 scale, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an in-box review of this actual kit. But let's have a look what's in the box with it untouched, and not me kind of getting it out of the bags and all this kind of stuff, so you can see what you can expect. So what we've got one big bag full of sprues, as you can see, and looks like we've got one separate bag for our clear parts in here. So all your parts there in one big bag, so hopefully we ain't got too much scratching. We've got a folded up set of instructions, as you can see, a bit of the Airfix Club voucher thing, and then we've got a nice set of decals. So that's what you get in the box. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to open this all up and we can have a closer look. Let's kickstart the inbox review now by having a look at the decals. Now the decals, looking at the decals, they're very nice, colourful. We've got lots of nice colours. It looks quite rich. It's got like a nice satin finish to it. We've got lots of nice little markings here which are readable, even the small print is, and it all looks nicely in registry. How it will conform to microsol and set and all those kind of decaling solutions, I don't know, because I haven't used these. It doesn't say anything about who manufactured these decals, and the problem is with Airfix is they tend to do this strange thing where they go out and put really damn good decals in some kits, but then in some kits they put absolutely dog awful decals in. So it's kind of a bit of a hit and miss, but actually looking at these I do get the feeling they're gonna be rather good. So hopefully there won't be a problem with that, but as I say, until I've actually used them I can't really say how good they're gonna be, but they look good. Instructions, usual call out for you know, a bit of brief history about the aircraft, and then this is a it's a fighter from World War II, and you know, it's going to be basic instructions where you simply put your cockpit together, two fuselages together, two wing sections, to put your two wing bits together, you know, and then wing section attached to the fuselage section, and that is basically it when it comes to World War II fighters. So I mean, instructions, you shouldn't have a problem really, and you do have the option to have wings folded or closed, and you've got flaps open and closed, which is a nice little bonus. I do like that. And you've got rockets and fuel tanks, so not really, shouldn't really be that hard instructions, because it is a bit of a basic kit. And then we've got a Supermarine Seafire FR.47 markings, you know, do look nice, as well as another set of markings which is the FR.46, which, you know, also does look nice with the yellow tail and nose section. So you've got two nice markings there, and the decals look nice to go with it. Moving along with the kit, well, to start off, the first thing I notice is the lovely surface detail. Hopefully, as you can see, you really do get this nice recessed panel lines, recessed rivets, you know, and it's full of nice, lovely detail that will look really nice when you put whatever kind of wash you decide to put on it. Propellers, they don't look too bad. We've got some fuel tanks on here, they look pretty good. Our flaps here don't have any ejector pin marks on the inside, which is a nice bonus there. Moving along, the cool thing as well about this kit as well, we've got two sprues here. One sprue has the option for our wings to be in the open position, and then we've also got another sprue here which has the option to have the wings in the open position. So, you know, we've got these two options, but we've got two separate lots of pieces. So as we're not coming along and getting these pieces here that makes it in the you know, opens up your wings and stuff, so that you then have to, if you want to kind of close your wings, you've got to kind of, you know, glue this onto our piece here, and then we're kind of like filling and sanding and trying to get a nice seam line and all this stuff. We've just got this right here and we can glue that on, which just makes it a lot easier, because it can be problematic when closing up wings that are meant to be open, shall we say. But as I say, moving along, let's put this away. Again, you know, looking at the surface detail, it just looks really nice. Hopefully, as you can see as I turn it in the light, loads of bags of detail. Looks really nice on the top of the surface as well. You know, and all our ejector pin marks are just nicely placed as well, which is really good. Note this did, our air intake here did kind of come off on the sprue, but not too bad. It won't hurt that much, so that looks good. Coming along with our fuselage section, straight in there. Detail inside, you know, it's okay. It's not the best, but it should look, you know, pretty good. Instrument display panel, I mean, it does look, again, it's for out of the box, it ain't bad. I mean, you're going to be able to do something with it, you know, but it's not exactly photo etch or resin. Our pilot looks a little bit not the best, shall we say, but then the detail that goes around the cockpit, you know, it doesn't look too bad. It reminds me very much of the Seafire. I'm kind of seeing a lot of pieces in here that are from the Seafire as well. We come to our wheel wells in here, and you know, no ejector pin marks on either side, which is a nice good bonus there. No problems going to arise from that. Back to some more flaps here on our door. Again, ejector pin marks non-existent, which is always a good one. And then looking at our fuselage, you know, surface detail looks again really nice, just like the rest of the kit. Nice crisp recessed panel lines and riveting, and then turning it over, and again, you know, ejector pin marks, you know, all in nice places. Now, from what I've seen, this kit looks really nice. You know, it looks like and sounds like, from other reviews I've read, that it's going to build together really nice, okay? And would be a very recommended kit. But then we come to the canopy section. Now, I don't know if this is just a one-off kit that I've brought, and you know, this is what I've ended up with, or if this is something that is common with this kit, but we've got a really bad canopy. Now, looking at this, the canopy is really kind of misty, cloudy, quite murky, and very hard to see through, and is just not looking nice at all. Now, to polish that up and polish that out is going to potentially take a heap load of work, and even after a heap load of work, that could still look naff, which is really bad, because you can't really build this kit without a canopy, and this canopy is in some ways, on a professional level, to be thrown in the bin, to be honest with you. Because I mean, you know, if you can't have a nice shiny canopy, you know, there's no point really, in my opinion. And when you've got something like that, it's going to be so hard to get that looking so nice, which does really ruin the kit. It is not the end of the kit, because I know you can get vacuum foamed canopies for this kit, because not only is it all murky and horrible and everything, but I have also read that this canopy section here, if you want it in the open position, it doesn't fit the kit, which is really kind of embarrassing for Airfix, if you ask me. So if you want to put this canopy in, you've got to have it in the closed position as well. So it really is just one of these things where, if manufacturers don't get canopies right, in my personal opinion, it ruins the kit, because there's not much you can do with canopies. As much as you can fill, sand, scribe the kit and all that styrene plastic, when it comes to the clear parts, if they mess up the clear parts, that is it. You know, I mean, there isn't really much you can do to fix clear parts. So it really is something manufacturers need to get right, and in this case they've got it horribly wrong, and it really does make this kit a non-recommended kit, unless you're willing to go out and fork out the money on a vacuum foam canopy. You know, I'd get this kit and I'd recommend it. But if you don't want to go off and buy extra parts to kind of, well, let's face it, fix the kit, then I would not recommend getting this kit. Sadly, I would not recommend. As much as I'm looking at the rest of the kit and it's like, wow, I really won't mind building this, you know, sadly it's just such a shame that such a lovely kit and a lovely aircraft cannot be recommended just because of some, you know, crappy afterthought canopy. Again, before, you know, after I've said all that, you know, admittedly I've brought one kit. This could just be a one-off for me. It could be maybe 1 in 4, or, you know, I don't know how many kits have got this kind of canopy. They could all have this kind of canopy, so just bear that in mind with this review, that, you know, this could just be a one-off or a fluke or something like that. But what I have found is what you find with one canopy normally happens with them all. So sadly that's not recommended. Again, that was £20, which isn't a bad price, but hopefully you've kind of enjoyed and you've kind of got a bit more information about this kit to decide whether or not you want to buy the aftermarket part canopy or anything like that. So that was Airfix's Supermarine Spitfire, Supermarine Spitfire? No, Supermarine Seafire 1 in 48 scale.